Okay, I was reading the latest chapter of Windbreaker, and it's probably one of my favorite chapters. What made it even better was, when I was reading it, I was listening to some music, and the way the song fit perfectly to the chapter just matched the vibe. It was just in sync, and the people that are caught up know what I'm talking about. And the way the chapter ended before this one was like, is he gonna keep up? Is he gonna fall behind? Like, what's gonna happen? But now, the latest chapter that we're on, we see that Jay gets in front of him and is winning the race. But out of nowhere, I'm bad at pronouncing names, but the guy he's going against just puts on like turbo and catches up and passes him. And from this point, from a reader's point of view, you feel kind of defeated because the race is almost done and Jay is not winning. But knowing this manhwa, Jay has like plot armor, and sometimes you don't really know what to expect. And in this chapter is where we get to that point where one of those things happen. So now that Jay is losing and the gap is getting wider and he's getting further away, his friends and the fans that are watching are losing hope because the race just seems unfair at this point. But here is where things get interesting, and there is some big spoilers here, so if you still haven't read this chapter or you're still reading the series, be careful. And the person that's winning the race, we'll call him villain for now. He's thinking to himself that, why would you even challenge me? Why leave it up to this point? And like I said in the beginning of the video, I was listening to a song. It was called Free Mind by Thames. And at this point of the chapter, things were getting darker and it felt a little bit more sad because the villain gets reminded of all the bad shit he has done to one of his closest friends, which is the main character's uncle, on how he was accused of using drugs and died in an accident. But that didn't sit right with the main character, and the main character ended up finding the truth that the person that did all this is the person he's racing. So now that the villain gets reminded of all this stuff, he's slowing down a little bit because he's getting flashbacks from things he's trying to forget, but it's still there. And reading this from a viewer's point of view, it felt kind of like a full circle, and all the build up and all the chapters we read getting to this point just feels like the main character is getting his revenge, and it looks like he's about to go crazy. But we still don't know if he's gonna win. You can't really tell with this series. Anything can happen. But when I was reading this chapter with this song, it just hit perfectly. I felt like I gotta make a video on it. I was gonna make it a little bit longer, but I kind of suck at explaining things, so I'll leave it here. And if you still haven't read this series, I don't know what you're doing. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.